I apologize, Crystal, for cutting you off during your hype music, but I started the dang thing late again. I was trying to type out some, well, really some thank yous, I guess, in a way, but yeah, just decided to go ahead and I'm here now. The coffee's here with me. I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it. So yeah, how's everybody doing today? Good new week to you. Hope you had a good weekend. It is in fact Monday, and just remember we're all in this together. All right. So Ursa, congrats on being first. Stella, hello. Ooh, I'm first. Here, I thought I was all alone. Good morning, Jezraya. Crystal, good morning to you. Bookpunk, good morning. Iron, good morning. Lady Iron. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, Crystal? I'm doing okay. Doing all right. How about yourself? Book, how was your weekend? Did you have a good one? What did everybody do this weekend? My weekend was significantly better than the end of the week, if that makes sense. The end of the weekdays. I was in kind of a crappy mood at the end of the week, but the weekend ended up brightening up the spirits a little bit, so that was good. So, greetings, oh guilty one. You're all good. I at least appreciate that you know I like it. Of course. I whenever the new intro video comes out, whenever that may be, I will be sure to maintain that song for you. Brewfest Saturday, recovery Sunday. Gotcha. Fair enough. Fought the good fight against a new weed eater and an overgrown patch with poison ivy. Oh dang. Are you allergic to poison ivy? I have never gotten poison ivy, and I've been through it, so I'm led to believe that I am not allergic to it, but I've never like full out purposely rubbed it on my body. And I think weed eating it would maybe be something I don't know that I'd be super comfortable doing, but that's just because I don't know for certain. I assume I'm not allergic to it. But let's see. My weekend though, Friday got off to a pretty frustrating start. It was a frustrating start to the Friday. And then it didn't get any better throughout the day on Friday either, unfortunately. But Saturday ended up holding a practice with some of my high school kids that went really well. That was in the morning, and then afterwards met my brother-in-law and his girlfriend and Mrs. Magoots. We had some lunch and kind of just wandered around for a little bit in the city, and then after that, Mrs. Magoots and I got a coffee and came home. And what else did we do then? I don't remember. I don't really remember. I think it was mostly chill, but I know I worked on a little bit of some stuff, at least yesterday. I got caught up on a few things, but not as much as I would have hoped. The weekends are just too dang short. I think that's what it boils down to. I am but I garden armor. You had garden armor on, long sleeve t-shirt, jeans, boots, hat, glasses. Gotcha. Okay. Well, hopefully everything went well. To be fair, it is super cool set of music to hype the start of a stream. It's hard to argue that it's not great for that. Netflix and chill. That maybe? No, I mean, not in the typical sense, but actually Netflixing and chill might have happened, yeah. We are still working our way through Game of Thrones. We're in the final season, so which is kind of funny because I'm seeing these like scenes. We've seen what, 1 or 2 episodes of the 8th season, and that's it. And I've seen it before. It's just that I haven't seen it since it released. It's kind of weird how I'm seeing scenes and I'm like, I don't remember this. So I don't know if my brain was just trying to protect itself, and repress some memories of this season or what. But I feel like I have to rewatch it again because, like, I've watched it. Coleman, good morning. Coleman, 30 months. Holy crap! What a terrifically round number too. Cheers. Coleman, how you doing today? Coleman, Iron, and Spooky and I got to play a little Minecraft yesterday, which is very cool. Very cool. First time ever playing multiplayer Minecraft. Not bad, not bad. I stayed up too late. What were you up to? But I feel like I had to rewatch the 8th season of Game of Thrones because first of all, I'm not one of those people that like, and it's the same thing when we've watched the show Dexter before. We've seen Dexter at least 3 times, maybe 4 times through. It's one of our favorite shows. But we know the last season is not very good. Like, we know that. But I feel like I still have to watch it because I don't know, there's something in me where like I just can't just skip something at the end. Mrs. Magoots has no problem doing that. For instance, we've watched Ozark, and I've yet to see the last season because she just decided, no, I'm good. And I'm like, it's been so good, but she has no interest in watching the last season of Ozark. And I'm like, this is very frustrating because I really want to watch it. I actually was enjoying it. And she has no interest in watching the last season. So I'm going to have to find some time to watch on my own, I guess. But, yeah. So I just can't stop watching something like midway through. And then secondly, I'm just sort of like, as I've been watching up, I still don't understand how it went all wrong in Game of Thrones. Like, even knowing how it ends, I'm still like, I still don't understand how we got there. So I'm sort of like, I need to watch this. I need to see if there's anything logical or if it truly, truly is just a director's just pooping the bed, you know? I think it's just directors pooping the bed because we're already 1 episode in and I still don't see anything to justify the end of the show at this point. End up going and doing some farming and stuff on the server. Oh, nice. Oh, goodness. I whacked them 5-foot weeds from top to bottom, stripping little saplings off their leaves. I'm sore today from throwing the weed eater around. I bet, though. Same thing happened to us regarding Ozark. They made us wait a little too long. So it wasn't even the wait for us because I'm trying to think. I think we started watching Ozark sometime in between the 3rd and 4th seasons. So it wasn't super long. It was a decently long time, but not super long. Not as long as people that have been following the show had to wait. But she just was like, no, it's too dark for me. And I'm like, that's the whole point. Like, it's a dark show. And she's like, yeah, I don't like it. I'm like, yes, you do. Every time we watch it, you're like, all right, let's watch the next one. So I don't understand. She does this sometimes, though. Tim and I are exactly the same way. He would understand your frustration. Wait, so you would stop watching a show, Iron, and Temig would be like, come on. I think the writers just gave up because they were already paid. I don't know, Ursa. It's very strange. I still don't understand how we've gotten to that point. And like I said, we've only got 5 episodes left. So, you know, all these episodes, there's 10 episodes per season through season 6. So 60 episodes. I think it was what, 8 in season 7. So we're 69 nice episodes into the series, and I still don't understand how this thing is going to wrap up the way that I know that it wraps up. That's what's like really throwing me off. Because in the beginning, like when I first, I've never seen Game of Thrones twice. Like, I've never seen any episode twice for as far as I know. So going in, I had this I'd seen every episode, but it had been a long time since I had seen some episodes. So I was like, okay, well, maybe there's something I missed way back when. And I don't know. I see some cracks in the armor, but like nothing to justify what the ending is, you know? Like nothing to that extent. Hung out with my friend Dave this weekend and watched a couple F1 races we missed so far. I believe we have missed the first 4 and we now have seen the first 2, so we caught up a bit. Then I sat and waited all weekend for joystick covers I ordered that should have been here days ago. They were delayed but shipped this morning. Being rushed by Amazon to prevent my waiting any longer than I must. A 20-piece set that has 5 sets for my Xbox controller and 5 for my Switch Pro controller. Gotcha. I've stopped watching shows in the last season on the second to last episode several times. Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me. No way. All right, I'll definitely sympathize with Temig at Gen Con. Maybe if there are any shows that he's not yet seen the ending to, I'll watch it with him. Saturday, we got together with friends, ate some good food, and played Sentinels of the Multiverse. Ooh, never heard of that. Is that a board game? I'm assuming it is, based on Iron knowing what it is, like, immediately, and me having no clue. It's a card game. Okay. Didn't know anyone else knew about it. You would be surprised. You would be surprised the games that Coleman and Iron know. They are, like, legit gamers. Creators literally made their own backstories and have a podcast about each of the heroes and villains. Oh, interesting. They have a podcast? Huh. Is it called Sentinels of the Multiverse? The podcast have the same name? I'm thinking about getting back into podcasts because, I don't know. I've honestly taken like a couple year break from listening to podcasts. I don't know what it is, but, I listen to podcasts religiously, if you will. Every time I got in the car, I was pretty much listening to a podcast. And I drive a good bit. At least I used to. It was all pre-COVID though, so I don't know. Maybe something in my brain is like saying, "Hey, last time you listened to last time you got real into like podcasts, a pandemic happened, so you can't do that again." I don't know, but I haven't really been getting back into them. Forget the podcast name. Let me look. We own around 450 board games. I know a few. It's not, yeah. I figure you probably knew at least a couple. Just a few. My goodness. I don't mean to brag, but we own like maybe 14. Just throwing that out there. 14. Posted to a scene on stream. Okay, the letters page livesyn.com. Okay, nice. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, I'll check it out. There are several podcasts I've had bookmarked for a while that yeah, I think I'm gonna start listening to some again. Heard of it, never played it though. Is one of those 14 Monopoly? Let's see. Do I still have Monopoly? Technically not Monopoly. It would be one of the like branded Monopoly. It was called Illinopoly. Since that's the area where I grew up in. But yeah, one of them probably is Monopoly. One of them is a Clue. You know, some very standard ones. I do have Mixtape Massacre, which is one of the more unique ones. Actually, I don't have Mixtape Massacre. I have Escape from Tall Oaks, which is the co-op version of Mixtape Massacre. Mixtape Massacre is not co-op. It's like all for one. And I kind of liked the I wanted to play something co-op with Mrs. Magoots. So joystick covers are important for me because I find that I press down hard enough just as normal for me that I wear away the joystick to the point that my thumb fits in the indentation that ends up in the joystick if I don't have these covers. It's very good, Coleman. Our friends kickstarted it and gifted us with the latest edition. Also, there's a Steam version of the original game, which we played nearly weekly. A Steam version. Nice. Very cool. How was the first guild Minecraft sesh? It was very cool. It was very cool. We started fully from scratch, which is all I know. But each of the others said, well, I think Coleman's also pretty new to the game, so. But yeah, for Spooky and Iron, they had to start from scratch, which I don't know. When was the last time you would have done that? I mean, for me, it was just a couple weeks ago, so it's not a big deal, but it was cool. I've seen we played for like maybe 2 hours, I want to say. In that 2 hour period, I found lots of stuff that I've not found at all in my current game. Like at all. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I found way more iron in that 2 hour period than I ever did again in my entire playthrough currently. So I don't know if we just got a better seed, or if the fact that like we were playing multi. Well, I will tell you this. Like I was cave diving hard in that. But that was because in multiplayer, I don't know, I just didn't feel as afraid. Even though I was totally alone, I didn't feel as afraid to explore. And so I think that helped. But morning, Matt. How you doing? How many dirt huts did you all build? Or are you building in one area? We were trying to build as much in one area as possible. Coleman found this like very natural looking cave. It was like this weird cave bowl kind of thing. It's hard to explain, but there was like a pond at the bottom and the two waterfalls that kind of collide, and it was very cool looking. And so we decided, yeah, let's build over there. And then I found this this cavern just keeps going deeper and deeper. And I basically had to just call it quits last night so I could get some sleep. But I still don't know fully that I made it to the bottom. I have found lots of stuff in there. It's like the equivalent of holding a pen way too hard. I don't really even know I'm doing it, so I gotta have something to stop it or my joysticks won't exist very long. I think I know what you're saying, Crystal. I've seen, it's not been on my thumbsticks, but I've seen it on, well, actually that's not true. On one of my thumbsticks, I've seen the plastic underneath the like rubbery bit of the joystick on my Xbox 360. There was a track and field game, yeah, I burned through the joysticks that way. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do it like this anymore. Track and field game where you had to like shake the thumbsticks back and forth as fast as you could to sprint faster. What I did was I put my palm over the top of so the two joysticks were like right here. I put my palm over the top and just shook my hand back and forth. And it wrecked those joysticks. Hey, Chaotic. Still feeling like poop, but much better than I was. Neck pain is subsiding slowly. I don't know why I have Prime logo as I don't have Prime anymore. Stuff has been broken for so long now. What's up, y'all? I'm American. Chaotic, have you tried one? I don't know how bad the neck pain is, but there's like a liquid. Is it liquid acetaminophen? Motrin is something that I remember taking. I actually like sprained my neck as a kid one time, and I took Motrin, and that was a godsend. Like, I mean, it's an over-the-counter medication, but it's liquid, so it just seems to be more, I don't know, work better? I'm not really sure, but it was good for me. I don't know. It might not even be nearly as strong as some other stuff, but... Well, it's definitely not as strong as some other stuff, but it worked out really well for me. So I don't know. Just throwing it out there if you have access to it. I don't know if that's a U.S. medication worldwide. I have no clue. What biome though, Ursa? We are in just kind of a mountainy biome. I don't know. I don't know that. I would ask somebody with more experience. I don't really know all the different biomes. I did press F3, but I didn't look for that part either. Doing okay. Glad to hear that, Matt. Hopefully you had an all right weekend. Hopefully you got some rest, recovery, or, you know, did something enjoyable, if not one of those things. Cave diving hard. That's what she said. I think we got lucky with a good seed. Lots of clay and moss. Wait, is clay and moss in the game? Some games are joystick destroying games for sure. They are, yeah. Yeah, I had to stop playing, or there was something else I did. I don't remember if I put something on top of my joysticks, like if I put like a cloth or like a shirt or something. I don't remember, but I was like, okay, I got to protect these somehow. It's manageable now. I can sit in my gaming chair for way longer than I could a few days ago. Gotcha. Okay. Blue Strikes have had a bit of a non-kosher offer that I'm considering. A non-kosher? Uh-oh, what does that mean? Why the Mario Party games have warnings for some mini games now? Don't do this or your joysticks will die. Do they actually? I haven't played a Mario Party game in forever. I was thinking your bowl was a lush cave with glowberries, clay, etc. Oh, okay, okay. But clay is an actual item in Minecraft? Because I've not come across any clay. But I did find some of the glow moss. Found a decent bit of that here and there. It is, okay. I figured it would be, but I don't think I've ever come across any. Then again, Spooky is the one doing the underwater stuff. So if there's ever water involved with the clay, he would be the person. He would be the person to know. But yeah, I found some interesting stuff. I found redstone. I found actually a good amount of redstone. I found a diamond. I found gold. Yeah, some good stuff. Really good stuff. You will, since they had the big caves and cliff update, it seems there are lush caves under every area. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I found dripstone too. That was new for me. And there's this area with tons of dripstone. It's just this naturally occurring cave. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how to get to the bottom. So I've just been digging like a way that I can, safely get down to the bottom. That's all I've been digging. Other than that, it's just been this natural opening. And like I said, I got to a point last night where I found at least one dead end, but I didn't explore the other side of it. But that's how it is. It's, I mean, you've played Minecraft before, so if you find like this kind of cave, you might run into a spot that's a dead end, but then if you go backtrack a little bit, you'll find another another place where you can descend even further. I kind of ran out of time. Plus, I got bum rushed by a few zombies, and I was carrying all the redstone and gold and everything I had found, so I panicked. I did not die, but I got down to a half-heart health. Like, it was very close. The mines, spooky. The mines. We were chatting about the mines from last night. Easily the deepest mine I've found to this point. I mean, that's not saying too much, but it definitely, I mean, I just was shocked every time, Spooky was laughing about it. It was just like, oh my gosh, I can't see the bottom. It's still going. Some of the mini games have warnings that will show common ways people play the games to avoid that have proven to hurt joysticks. Gotcha. Okay. I don't own my apartment. We have a right to buy scheme where I can buy it for like 62% cheaper than its value. The only deal I have is I have to own it for 5 years. Otherwise, I have to give back the discount. The owner of my local shop wants to buy it at the discounted price, but I'd have to be listed as the legal owner. We would then sell it after 12 months, but have me still have me listed as the owner for a further 4 years, and he will give me enough to buy my narrowboat dream for the sale. Wait, enough to buy your narrowboat dream? What is that? Also, I get what you mean now about non-kosher. I see what you mean now. Welcome in, the Red Madman. Hello. Very lovely end of the weekend. It was. It really was. Did anyone stream it so I can enjoy it? We did not. We just vibe. Hey, Sandoval. Welcome in. Welcome back in. Buy my narrowboat to live on. You're gonna buy one to live on? I'm excited about tomorrow because Minecraft Legends is finally coming, right? How long has this been announced for? I'm brand new to the Minecraft world, so like I still don't really know everything. I know very little, let's put it that way. Morning, Craft. How you doing, Craft? You have a good weekend? With the profit from the sale department, even though I'd be listed as the legal owner. Right, I get what you're saying. But it's a boat. It's an actual boat. A narrow boat. Absolutely amazing weekend weather. Rainy and 42 degrees. Wait, are you being serious? Or would you rather? Because that doesn't sound very nice to me. I would rather not have 42 and rainy personally, but something to sleep on for sure. I'm doing pretty well, Sandoval. Much better than I was on Friday, for instance. I know Friday just kind of sucked. I think the weekend cheered me up. Cheered me up. I tried playing one of the Sherlock Holmes games when I was just looking up a walkthrough to help me, and I accidentally stumbled upon the ending and just ruined the entire thing for me. No, wait, this one in particular, or which Sherlock Holmes game was it? I believe I've only played one other Sherlock Holmes game, and I believe that was Crime and Punishment. So I'm actually pretty excited to see this one. I super enjoyed Crime and Punishment. It was very similar to like LA Noire, which I absolutely adore. but you know, set in Sherlock Holmes world, so a little bit darker and a little grittier. It's very cool, and you know, of course, also even more old-timey than LA Noire, which took place in like the 40s. Weekend was like high 70s and 80s. Today, 42 and rain. Isn't that just so? Yeah, I really enjoyed the weekend weather. The weather we're getting today, not so much, because we're in a similar boat. It got down. My house, we had turned the heating off. Got down to 59 freedom units this morning in the house. I was like, dang, it's cold. And upstairs, it's colder. We don't have a thermostat upstairs. But I was like, man, I am cold. What the heck? I come downstairs, 59 in the living room. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's probably closer to like 52 upstairs. It was cold. $57-foot long narrowboat, way cheaper cost of living wise than a land dweller, and I get to travel around the UK as I wish. Do you have the appropriate licenses, or do you have to also get those? Land dweller. Googled it. The narrowboat looks like the tour boats in every other country than ours. Okay, I got you. I got you. Let's look at this. Okay. All right, pulling it up. Yeah, okay, okay. Catamaran type. I gotcha. Interesting, interesting. Huh. Well, you and Mrs. Magoots would get along great. She would love to sell our house, buy like a bus, and live in a bus. And I'm like, nope. I don't think I could do it. Also, our two dogs hate each other. So like the fact... Okay, they don't hate each other, but they just don't get along very well. And so, like, putting our two big dogs in a small bus, I'm like, we could never do that. Crime and Punishment and one other as well. Devil's Daughter. That does sound like that does sound correct. I have to look it up in my games library. It was Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter. Gotcha. I did not play that one. I did not play that one. Crime and Punishment. The only reason I played that... I've never really, I'll be honest, like I never really did much with Sherlock Holmes. Like I never really watched movies, read books. Like I didn't do any of that stuff. But Crime and Punishment was free on, like Games with Gold a while back. And I snagged it and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I freaking loved it. It was amazing. That was a really good game. Hope it happens for you because I was seeing some of those transformed interiors and it's a appealing lifestyle. Some boats come with them and you just get them renewed. Gotcha. Okay. Not as familiar with that one as I haven't actually played it yet. Just a little dodgy as I'm not supposed to sell the apartment for the first 5 years after buying it, and the guy who will be funding the sale wants to sell it after 12 months. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just let me ask you this, Chaotic. If they found that you were in breach of contract, okay, would you be able to pay back the discount? That's the thing I would say. Like, if the answer is yes, then go for it, right? But if it would ruin you, you know what I mean? Don't do it. Don't do it. That's my advice, at least. Me and some friends almost beat Minecraft Dungeons, but we couldn't get past the final boss. So, Minecraft Dungeons. I did see that that's on the Minecraft launcher, but I've never played. Never played it. Love Crime and Punishment so much. It's such a great game. It is, yeah. That's why I'm excited to play this one here. I'm excited to give this one a shot. In fact, I hope it will run well. I've not even tried it yet. So we're gonna find out. We'll find out together. It's fine. Minecraft Dungeons is actually pretty fun. So is it basically taking the like survival mode of Minecraft and just focusing on all of the monsters and combat? This is what... Wait, hang on a second. Small percentage of people may experience seizures when exposed to certain visual images, including flashing lights. Okay, I just got that warning here. Just throwing that out there. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. I wish I could... Was there any way I could... I might have to reopen the game. There were a few messages there, and I would have liked to screenshot them because I did not have time to read them all the way through. This game was made in Ukraine, first of all. So that's of note. But secondly, it was saying... Huh. How do I go back to that? I think I'll quit, and let me try to take some screenshots. I'll reload the game. Dungeons is fun. It's essentially a dungeon crawl with a loose story, fun for co-op. Oh, it has a loose story. Interesting. No, but this is what I'm going to talk to the guy who wants to sell it about. Yeah. It's more like a dungeon crawler RPG. Isn't Dungeons like Diablo for the youths? For the youths. All right, let me try to get some... Let me get my screenshot button here. Okay. There were a couple screens. They had a lot of text on them, and it seemed like important stuff, but I did not have enough time to actually use it. Excuse me, read it. Guess you could call it a light Diablo. Yeah, Diablo-like. We'll need some solid agreement that any paperwork has me listed as a legal owner. Yeah. Okay, I tried taking a bunch of screenshots. Then again, pressing the button made it skip to the next menu, which is the next thing on the menu. So I don't know. Hopefully it's instant. Let me see. That's kind of obnoxious that it does that. Like, oh, let me just show. I mean, I guess it's if you're opening the game all the time, you're probably not going to want to. You're probably not going to want to see those every single time if you've read them. But let's see. This. Okay. It did not get the first part. Dang. Okay. So I'll read the first. Oh, the first one was the seizure warning, which we at least got the gist of that one. This is one on here though. Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened depicts racial and ethnic prejudices that have unfortunately become commonplace in society. The game includes negative depictions and/or mistreatment of people of different cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. They've been included for an authentic depiction of that time rather than to pretend they never existed. Frogwares is committed to creating stories with inspirational and aspirational themes that reflect the rich diversity of the human experience around the globe. Okay. And then this one here. On February 24th, 2022, our home Ukraine was brutally invaded and thrown into all-out war. In April 2022, we began development of Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened. Wow, this game started development less than a year ago? The game is dedicated to all the fighters, volunteers, supporters, and every single citizen who stood their ground and kept our country standing. It is our own act of resilience against the chaos and horror the enemy tried to impose on our livelihood. Slava Ukraini. Which, wow. Okay. There were a couple others, but it screenshotted, like, the screenshot skipped the next menu, and so it did not take a picture of the menu I was trying to. It took a picture of the very next frame. So, unfortunately, I missed a few others, but wow. Guess you call it a light Diablo. Watch kids who play that grow up to be crazy good Diablo players later in life when Diablo 7 is out. So yeah, this game was made in Ukraine. Totally agree about how it was wrong then. Also because I don't care how different of a time it was. It's something that never should have existed in the first place. Yeah, and that's interesting too, because it was worded. It wasn't worded just saying like, well, you know, we wanted it to be authentic. We're saying like, it's wrong now, and it was wrong then too. Right? And tell me where they're wrong. They're not. Did the same thing the makers of Mafia 3 did. Kept everything authentic and clearly warned people because they don't want to act like that didn't happen. Right, yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, I have the collector's edition of Mafia 3. It's sitting on my shelf directly behind me. Man, that was a game I had really high hopes for. Dang it. Still a really good game. Just, you know, artificially increased the length of the game, which was not good. Okay. Let me try to bring you guys into the menu. Gonna take a second to capture. On the shelf in the woods behind you with the storm? Exactly. Exactly. I actually don't know where the best place to put my body is going to be. I'm going to move myself over here for now. My typical spot. Exactly. Yeah, in the nearish future, I'm hoping in the next couple weeks, I will be at a place where I will probably not have a green screen on stream anymore. I won't be getting rid of the green screen, but I probably will not have it on stream. Never played Mafia. So I've played 2 and 3. I have the first game, but never played it. I actually have both the original and the remaster and never played it. But Mafia 2, I absolutely loved that game. It is a good game, just not a real Mafia feel to me. It's closer to a GTA feel. It is, yeah. I want to play Mafia 1 so bad, and I own it, so lol. Did you... Okay, have you played the other ones, though, Spooky? I actually... The reason... So, I really like collector's editions of games, but I don't ever buy them. The reason I bought this collector's edition was it was actually cheaper at the time to buy the collector's edition brand new on Amazon than it was to buy, like, a used copy somewhere else. Like, I don't know why, but I just found this sale and it was brand new collector's edition, so I bought it. I was like, you know what, I like Mafia, and I actually use something from it every single day. Sorry, it's a little dusty, but there is a Mafia 3. I got some Mafia 3 like leather coasters. So here's the Paradiso Casino. There's a couple. It was like a 4-pack that came in there. Yeah, I use that every day. It's sitting on my desk. They actually are kind of nice. They're black. They fit the aesthetic, you know? Been playing a game series called Ni no Kuni. It's really fun. Oh, we have some Ni no Kuni lovers in the guild. I've never played one, though. 3 story is so solid, there's too much bloat in between the good stuff. Exactly. Good morning, Crumble. How you doing? Did you have a good weekend? Get the remasters of both 1 and 2. They're absolutely must-play games for anyone that likes story-based games or anything Mafia-related. Absolutely great games. So the remaster of 2, how big of an improvement is it on the original of 2? Because I've heard 1 is kind of broken in some aspects, so the remaster is kind of like a must. But 2, I thought 2 was actually really solid, though. Hello there, True Celt, and thank you, Kitty. Crumble Kitty, thank you so much for the 10 gold coins. Cheers to you. Cheers. I'm okay. How are y'all? Doing all right. Doing all right. I'm feeling significantly better after this weekend than I did at the end of last week. So I will take it. I will certainly take it. Why did this buzz? Oh, my batteries. Okay, I should take my watch off and charge it. There we go. The Red Man, thanks so much for the follow. Cheers to you. I'm glad you found us. Glad you found us this fine day. Good to have you here. Beaten the Wrath of the White Witch last Tuesday morning. Now I'm playing the second game called The Revenant Kingdom. Okay. Well, first of all, The Wrath of the White Witch sounds very cool. It just rolls right off the tongue. So, only ever played Mafia 3 and didn't get very far as I couldn't see any main missions. Only gives me side mission options. I don't care for side missions until I've completed the game, then go back and replay it. Some of them chaotic, like, that's the thing that Spooky was talking about. There was a lot of bloat where you have to, like, clear districts in order to unlock the next, like, main mission. Pretty obnoxious, honestly, because yeah, it just made it seem like a much longer game than way longer game than it needed to be, because it was all the same. It was rinse, repeat, you know, wash, rinse, repeat, to unlock story chapters. So yeah, I did it because I got super into the main story of it, but yeah, otherwise, if the main story was any bit less good, I would not have made it. Also, what are we seeing over here in this menu? What is this? Is this some sort of creature that capsized a boat? Oh, looks pretty creepy. Difficulty, young detective. Seems like maybe that's the normal difficulty. Yeah, we'll go with young detective, I guess. Let's make sure we're all set here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, all right. Let's say we give this a shot. White Witch is a monster taming game, while the Revenant Kingdom is more like an action RPG type thing, from what I understand. Okay, gotcha. I was like, no thanks. I played both the remasters and never played the originals. I absolutely love them both, and much like my love for Final Fantasy X, I've gone back to play them dozens of times. I don't think I even got in the main story. The only missions popping up were side missions. Huh. Well, it's been a few years since I played it. And actually, Mafia 3 was prior to this, like, the December, like, fun stream we had. That was the longest stream I'd ever done, was a Mafia 3 stream. I was finishing up the game. I'm pretty sure it was only me and Curry that were there at the end. But, yeah, it ended up being, like, almost 8 hours because I ended up grinding out one of the last districts, and I was like, I just want to see how this thing ends. And I actually made it, but it took a while. Anyone here ever played Bully? I love Bully. Someone told me in the chat of another stream that they might be working on a sequel, which I very much hope for. It's been something that's been whispered about for kind of a long time. So I guess I'm in my cynical mind, I'm sort of like, I'll believe it when I see it. But that would be amazing, let me tell you. Bully is such a great game. It's shocking that Bully isn't like bigger than it is in my mind. All right, should I look up how to play? I feel like they'll tell me all this stuff, right? Yeah, they'll tell me. It's fine. Hunt down leads, pin evidence with X, and then ask people about it. Without evidence, they won't understand you. Oh, gosh. No shame in asking for help. Press Z to highlight interactions near you. Okay. Hey, Chaotic, which street is this? Have you been there before? Oh, it's Baker Street. Have you been to Baker Street? Yes, you have? I knew it. I freaking knew it.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
Oh,
My
jeez.
apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Man.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Sherlock's a little bit more snippy in this game. All right. Okay. We're in control. Bully's in my top 10 of all time. Oh, it's so good. Don't quite believe it, though, because I would hear stuff going back and forth about them working on it and then canceling it and then working on it, then canceling it and so on. A game, if it does come out, I hope it comes out. It's been worked on, then stopped, then worked on, then stopped, and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is what I'm definitely hoping for. I loved the original Masquerade Bloodlines game. All right, left click to interact. What's the 0 out of 3? London Advertiser, September 28th, 1882. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Ildur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Ildur's personal bodyguard. The longtime member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade. The spokesman for the police assures the advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the gentlemen's clubs or the fair nightingales who comfort them. 221B Baker Street. I was going to say, if it's Sherlock, it's got to be Baker Street, right?
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
What? No, come on. That's got to be important for this case, right? I just didn't know if it'd start at his residence or not. I don't have a running beat total like I do Final Fantasy X, going through for the 63rd time right now. Kind of funny how you were like, what street is this? And the game just conveniently tells you. Yeah, sort of central to the Sherlock Holmes
your order from Barnes'
storyline.
Doctor?
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Yeah, well, wait till him and Noble get together. Hey, what does that say?
Another letter
Vogel?
from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
Okay. Found all 3 clues for what it's worth.
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Yeah, he had killer eyes there for a second. You guys all saw that. Strand is missing. All right. He would look like he was about to kill. Yeah, this apartment is... Wow. It is a mess. Also, why are those, like, so shredded? Okay, there's not really anything else to interact with, unless... Nope. Oh, wait. I can interact with this area over here.
I'm close. I know it. I just need one more piece to crack the case.
Like, did he glue these to the wall? Like, look at how some of them are just total shreds. How are they still sitting here? If I ever go again, I'll take a picture of the underground sign. Usually just change at the underground there. I have the board game of 221B Baker Street, as you might expect a board game version of the Sherlock mystery game. If I was working on it, we want to make it where you can make your own character and you can do different quests or missions to recruit different people for different social factions to help take over the school. I'm not very good at Sherlock Holmes games. I don't know if I am either. I guess we're going to find out.
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
Don't look at me. If you want the newspaper, you'll have to get your hands dirty.
But Watson, you're the one who put it there.
If you come across one of my drafts, please leave it in the bin. If I am honest, part of me will enjoy watching you rifle through rubbish. Seems only fair after what you did to our flat. If I am honest, part of me will enjoy watching you rifle through rubbish. Seems only fair after what you did to our flat.
All right. When they show him from behind, I'm just picturing Henry Cavill, right? Right. It's rainy today. Why not dress in something more appropriate for the weather? Open the casebook with C, navigate to the wardrobe tab with tab, and put on a hat. Aha. Rainy. Where's my rainy? Is this a wind coat? Vishivanka? Like everything Ukrainian, bold, durable, and unbeatable. I like that. Cool and warm. Okay, is one of these meant for rain? I mean, I'll have a... It said to put on a hat, but I thought I'd also put on... No elbow patches yet. Maybe we'll just wear that. There we go. All right, and then do we want a bowler hat? Fezzes are cool. All right, we'll wear a top hat. Yeah, that seems appropriate. I like how you can just change wherever. Listen, wardrobes are cool and all, but sometimes you just want to change on the fly, and I like that. I meant to say that when you were thanking me for following the channel, I also want to say that despite only being here for a few short minutes or whatever, y'all seem pretty cool. Glad to have you. Seriously, Red Man. I greatly enjoy the community. Greatly enjoy it. All right, here we are. I gotta find the rubbish bin. Is it this? That looks like it, yeah.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil.
Ooh, what is this? Looks kind of... Oh. Yeah.
A cactus spine.
Cactus spine.
If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Wait, where did we get this poison thing from? Is this like a continuation of a previous story that I'm not aware of?
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
It's one of those times I'm gonna be glued to every second of the stream. For one, I'm a huge Sherlock fan, and two, it's a game I need not question giving me a migraine. Well, I'm glad that part for sure. Chaotic? My goodness. Thank you so much for gifting the sub to the Red Madman. Here's the Red Madman. I hope you'll enjoy the emotes, ad-free viewing, all that other fun stuff. It's a trash can. I can translate. I know what a rubbish bin is, or just a bin, but... All right, I'm supposed to run somewhere.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Yep, let's get this. Getting that for show.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Yeah.
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Okay, that's just smart business sense right there.
Any breaking news today?
The dog accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
He's not looking for front page news, obviously. The real stories, they aren't stories at all, are they? That's number 80, so close to 100. I mean, you should know you've known me for years now. No problem, we're a family here. My favorite corner of the internet? Stop. I'm blushing. Stop. I'm blushing. Now you can pay attention and not have the story cut off by ads. Well, hopefully I didn't have any ads running midstream. They should all be pre-rolls for what it's worth, but...
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson.
Cool. Now I can take the day off.
Did he actually say core or did he say cool?
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Core?
Never heard of a well-read
No one says anymore.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises.
Do you know what he means by tripe on the front page? Isn't tripe like goat's stomach or something like that? Core blimey, governor. Yeah, so in other words, something gross. Tripe. Something nobody cares for. All right. If you say tripe in that context, then it's slang for poop. What did he do to the paper?
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling.
He just said nothing gets by him.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears if you have more shillings.
Oh, we could use spies. All right, so you've got a new question.
Get your copy of
You got a new question in your Mind Palace. Open the casebook with C to navigate to the Mind Palace. Inside, select relevant pieces of evidence to deduce the answer. Okay. Is this the Mind Palace? This is the Mind Palace for sure. Who ruined the Strand? Book from Barnes. No, don't connect. I just want to read it. Okay. Among our morning deliveries is a book for Watson. It was from Mr. Barnes, the bookseller, who prefers to do deliveries himself. Attached to the book is Barnes's business card, which includes the address of his store just around the corner. Oh, so I should go to his place? The boy talked about the books up to his chin. Missing copy of The Strand was in the bin with a cactus spine stuck on a sheet. Such spines are very tricky to remove once embedded in the skin, making it the perfect assassination tool if dosed with poison. The rest of the newspaper is damp and dirtied with potting soil. I have a gripe with grapes. I don't know what the joke was supposed to be. The gripe is a disagreement. Don't know why you're disagreeing with grapes, but whatever floats your boat, mate. Paperboy. Nothing gets by me. Also Paperboy. I don't know. I was busy. All right. Who ruined the Strand? Okay. This Mind Palace is really, really trippy here. Okay. All right. Book from Barnes. Can I guess I can't actually read the book? Okay. But it is just around the corner.
Get your copy of The Strand here.
Would it be that corner or this corner? Do I have a map? I do have a map. Look at that. All right. Which one of these looks like a bookstore? That's got to be like over here. That looks like a bookstore right there, doesn't it? Find out.
Get The Strand.
Well, this person is like wailing.
Here.
Are you crying just because you're British? It's okay, ma'am. There's nothing wrong with being British. I don't know. I'll sit and easily demolish a whole punnet, then regret it later. That kid seems very well-mannered. Hope nothing happens to him. So that's right. Black grapes are the best. She's crying because you're not Henry Cavill. Fair enough. Fair enough. Are you enjoying that, sir? Stenwick's Manor. Oh, that place? Oh, that looks like a manor for sure. Stenwick. That name... They mentioned that name, right? You can't steal his mail. All right, hang on. I thought the bookshop was, I think, right over here. Find out if I was right. Barnes's bookshop. Oh, nailed it. Look at that. Freaking nailed it. That looked like a bookshop. You see what I mean? I don't know. The windows right here. I was like, that looks like a bookshop to me. Sure enough, it is. Hello, Miss Lady. Oh, and your dog.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily. I know. Not very
Watson,
original.
move. I'm trying to adore this lily. Thank you.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use
To be
rain.
fair.
I should have worn something warmer.
Please take my jacket, miss. Isn't that what we're supposed to do in these times? Is that my one brain cell? This is going to be super interesting. It is. It certainly is. Oh, look, hang on. New books in the store. Charles Dickens, M. Gogol, Edgar Allan Poe. 2 books for the price of 1. Okay. Like maybe he's closed. I'm on a break. We were on a break. So what do I got to do? I guess I got to come back later.
How about that Vogel fellow? He seems rather obsessed with you. Would he do something like this?
Do you blame him? It's all right when people say stuff like that. They are usually hinting they know something without trying to get caught spoiling, but it's fine. If you do know, though, shush. I think Red was saying they hadn't played this. This game only came out last week, I think. Okay, local shop. Select relevant pieces. Okay, so maybe I have to do this part. Connect that. Is that going to do what it wants? Maybe I got to do both of them. I don't fully know how this works. Oh, weird. Okay, cactus spine, potentially poison. We could newsboy's testimony. Connect that. Oh, no, didn't like that. Okay. Book from Barnes. Barnes, the local bookseller, ruined the newspaper. Because he did say he was carrying lots of books. Good morning, Mr. Barnes, local bookseller, delivered a novel for Dr. Watson. Cactus spine for assassination, allowed bang. A visit to Mr. Barnes is an order. But the problem is, okay, Mr. Barnes is probably at least somewhat intelligent, right? Would he really leave his... He would really be that obvious? Okay. Mr. Barnes is involved in the scheme.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
All right, pin the evidence with a bookshop photo. Okay, so I need to pin this. Okay. Oh, it can only pin one piece of evidence, huh? Try to find the bookshop. Oh, I already found this. Wait, is that him there?
Can I ask you a question? Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Well, you don't know what I'm about to ask. What a lovely squelching noise. Don't actually know anything and genuinely hope nothing happens to him. Good morning, Peachy. Good morning, Lutz and Chat. Has Sherlock Holmes awakened anything in anyone today? Well, it's not Henry Cavill Sherlock Holmes, so I guess you be the judge. Book from Barnes. Oh, wow, this... Okay, this... Hang on a second. Can I make this a little smaller? Let's see, would it be in video? View distance. Probably not here. Gameplay. Reward notifications. Subtitles. Vibration. I don't think my mouse is going to start vibrating, but I don't know, maybe. Okay. It just takes up a large part of the screen. I would like to make that smaller. I mean, look how massive this is above me here. Quietly simping for Watson. That was me with a character in another game. Then he died. I was so mad at the game. I'm just sus of everyone on Twitch these days. You're all good. What food you got? I pulled a pizza out of the oven right at the same time as you said you were getting food. Great minds think alike. Spooky, Peachy, Munyorn, and Sacred. How you doing? You doing, Sacred Arc? How's life? Staying busy? All right. I don't...
Why go through all this scheming to murder you? A spine stuck to the newspaper is hardly lethal.
Oh. Wait, so that's just me just saying things to anybody? Okay. This is clearly Barnes over here. Do I just... so I just confront the guy. Okay. I'm not going to look for any more evidence. Oh! A Basset Hound puppy!
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
You don't see Basset Hound dogs in games too often. Mrs. Magoots might actually cry if she saw that. But look at the bones in its bowl. Oh, gosh. Why can't you pet him? That's so unfair. It is. It really is. Can you pet the dog? Should know about this. All right. Barnes. Riddle me this, friend. Observe. Oh, I'm just going to sit here and stare at him. Okay. Look at his hands. Oh, I can't look down that far. Okay, look at his face. Bags under eyes, the effects of overwork. Okay. Dye in his hair? No, that's not it. Oh, okay, here we go. Ah, okay. Got dirty fingers. Ink, newspaper ink. And look at his butt. Oh. Brian Brett, thanks so much for the follow. Well, this is awkward. Don't mind me checking out this bookseller, man. Cheers. Thanks so much for the follow. Brian Brett, welcome in. Cheers. Is Barnes a noble? Not yet. Not yet. But he will be. Can I see what he's reading? I cannot. Okay. What else am I supposed to be looking at here? Got bags under his eyes. Okay. And his center part is pretty sus, if we're being honest. It's pretty sus. Okay. Do I have to get, like, right in this man's crotch? Oh, his knee. Okay, here we go. Leans heavily on his right leg. That means his left leg is sore. Okay, and there's one more thing. Probably dirty shoes, I bet. It's always the dirty shoes. High heels. Wants to look taller. Oh. So he's got some Napoleon syndrome, huh? Okay. Bet he took all the toner in the copier to dye his hair and make him look younger. Your family has a beagle puppy now, and she's a sweet girl, but she can be very annoying sometimes. Puppies are always, you know, they're always a handful. They're very cute. Mjornin to you, too. Got a little chocolate because I was drawing a blank. Life is going better. Just want to stop by and say hi. It's good to hear from you, Sacred. Feel like you're judging him. A little bit rude. Looks like he, oh, right. It took you long enough, Spooky? Oh, goodness. How can he tell about his knees through his pants? Sherlock Holmes. X-ray vision, baby. Mr. Barnes has developed a limp and has large bags under his eyes as a result of long hours of intense work. He is not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels. It seems unlikely that such a person would be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hands suggests he is the one who soiled the newspaper. Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge. Wait a minute. Workaholic, blackmail victim? Blackmail victim? Victim? Workaholic, blackmail. Wait, so is this a choice? Oh, okay, blackmail. Mr. Barnes is being threatened by someone and might be involved in a plot against me. Okay, I'm going to go with workaholic. Character portrait, Mr. Barnes. There we go.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Did he run away? No way.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please?
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some
I didn't see you
questions
come
for
in.
me?
We just said hello, but...
I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we,
Crumble, thanks so much for the resub.
with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes
Okay.
doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
He's acting
You're
real
asking the right
sus.
questions, Doctor.
Crumble, thanks so much
Let's
for the
find a way
resub.
to
Cheers.
coax him out.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. What I've learned in other mystery stuff, it's usually the person you least expect. That's true. It's true. All right. This ladder could be useful.
The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Good morrow, Calco. How you doing today? How are you doing today? Okay. Kirsty's having to rehome Teddy, which sucks. She's so upset. Frankie is very allergic. Oh, really? It's sad. Oh, gosh. the window, to the wall, to the wall, till the meat spills out my hall, my hall. Oh, these black inks crawl, crawl. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. Oh, skeet, skeet. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. Oh, skeet, skeet. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm about to do something. You need to spam the party emotes and beers. Now you're a sub, okay? Are you ready? What's going on? I love that. I love that. Madman's not been here long enough to know what all the emotes are. Cheers. Cheers. Looks like I don't know how much time exactly went into the party time video. A fair bit. That's all you'll get. That's all you'll get out of me. A fair bit. All right, do I need to press Z to highlight? It kind of, as long as you walk up to something, it highlights it anyway.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Macabre. Wow, chat let me down there. Crystal didn't. I'm just gonna go behind the counter. Don't mind me. I'm not out here to stop me. All right, maybe I do need to... Oh. Oh, no, but see, I just hadn't got to this point yet. All right. 3 clues over here.
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
That's one of the 3 things to find. Panic, but I'll be ready next time it happens. Only Crystal's with me. I need more. You need more party? The power of love. Blood and mandrake. Making like a love potion? I keep forgetting I can move. Okay. There are 3 things? Wait a minute. What's that?
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
Oh. Dead flowers on display. Okay. What else would I be looking for over here? I can't look in the display case? Really?
The finest view London has to offer.
Okay. Sherlock's taking a fancy to the lady across the street, huh? She is quite lovely. There's a cooldown, but it'll happen again. Always ready for a party. 3 minutes on the cooldown. We'll try this one more time. It helps with those emotes from I frequently used, right? Being able to pin emotes in BTTV is also very handy. I can talk to that individual. What's this painting here? Anything? No. These?
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Okay. Does that mean you know something?
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think. I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket.
A racket. Okay, Z. Okay, the door is highlighted. Oh, this area is highlighted. How did this not pop up earlier? Just doing this so I can be in my frequently used so I can get it to it faster. Use those in other channels frequently so they're always at the ready. Awesome. I love to hear it. Yeah, that one did. That is definitely that emote was the longest it took me to make. So I am glad you guys use it for sure. Puff Dabby. Love the name. And also, cheers. Welcome to you. Appreciate the follow. Hope you're having a great day. As long as I've been on Twitch, I still have zero idea what BTTV even is. So it's Better Twitch TV. That's what BTTV stands for. It's a browser extension. Exotic Plants Catalog. Everlasting plants for everlasting love. Catalog of exotic plants on Barnes's counter. The name of the catalog reads Everlasting Plants for an Everlasting Love. Okay. And that book looks... Yeah, that book is highlighted. Egypt? Something Egypt?
Basics of
Cryptography.
Cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Oh, jeez. From the window to the wall, to the wall, till the meat spills out my hall, my hall. Oh, these Vikings crawl, crawl. Oh, ski, 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 ski. Oh, ski, ski. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, ski, 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 ski. Oh, ski, ski. Oh, man. Oh, man. There we go. We're ready that time. Cheers. Thank you. I'm having a great day. How are you? I'm glad to hear that. Chaotic, another cheers to you for the other party. Glad you're here. You're having a great day. Things are all right here. Thought Twitch lets you make your own emotes. That's so cool because since I joined Twitch, I've been coming up with ideas, even though I don't really stream. Use it for a bit, but it messed up on me, so I uninstalled it. Couldn't be bothered to reinstall it. Bummed you didn't paint your one fingernail black to show your straight edge. Excuse me. I have the answer. Michelle, how are you doing? Did you have a good weekend too? I guess I have to leave. Yeah, I need to ask this lady. Oh, right. There were flowers over here. Hello, Miss Lady and Miss Lily.
People don't tend to come out for flowers when it rains. Perhaps I should try selling door to door. Have a look at my flowers. They will not bite unless you touch their thorns.
Ooh, that sounds ominous. Can I unpin this evidence, though? It is taking up way too much space on my... There we go. Okay. Are you happy now, Chaotic? I was ready this time. Much better, thanks, Peachy. Had my emotes copied and ready to go. Been away from the stream for a while, Peachy. I missed the party. We've missed you. All right, this one looks similar, maybe?
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
There you go, Chaotic. Just for you. Oh, there's a cactus spine right over there.
Patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Yeah, look at the cactus spines here, huh? Are we gonna find a missing spine?
Familiar spine? That's what I found in my dustbin.
Oh, it's cracked?
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Hmm?
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Oh, let's observe her. This ought to be good. Let me just stare at you a while. Now I need to look into this BTTV. Oh yeah, you seriously do, Peachy. Some of the things like Twitch has added, for instance, BTTV could make it to where if something got deleted, you'd still be able to see it in chat. Yeah, like it adds emotes to the channel. There are BTTV emotes that you can use. Actually, I think if you do exclamation BTTV, there are additional emotes there for makeup, maybe? Wearing makeup for beauty or concealment. Is makeup like uncommon back then? Distant look, avoids eye contact or distracted. This pin, huh? Mourning brooch, honoring deceased husband. Uh-oh. Be a black widow. Luxury fabric, unusual for work attire. And gloves, maybe? Or boots. It's always the shoes, right? Yeah, it's always the shoes. Clean boots, change shoes upon arrival. Okay. Mrs. Fleming wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her dress is made from an expensive fabric that is not suitable for work. Her shoes show no traces of mud. She must have changed them when she arrived. Her eyes constantly dart around the street, seemingly in search for something. Perhaps she is waiting for someone. While Mrs. Fleming cherishes the memory of her departed husband, she is trying to move on as suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Perhaps she is dressing to attract someone's attention, or simply because she has learned to love herself again. Oh, so she's either ready to move on or she's still grieving. While she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her gaze, always staring off into the distance, reveals her emotional detachment. Taken as a whole, one must conclude that Mrs. Fleming is still reeling from her tragic loss. Ooh. I don't know. Once you paint the portrait, is that... I mean, I guess that's it, huh? Never had just had random neck pain hit me like that, and then it caused an annoying headache for like a whole week and neck twinges. Nightmare. Couldn't sit in my chair for too long. I was doped up on painkillers. Dang. You've been writing lately? Darn near impossible to have clean shoes in a rainy environment. Sherlock, geez. I'm gonna say still grieving. Mrs. Fleming uses makeup. Yeah, we already read that one.
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh, no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago.
I was wrong.
Life goes on.
A lesson we all learn, one way or another.
Provide evidence? Okay, should I show her the cactus spine? Cactus in a cracked pot. Yeah, cactus spine. Yeah, maybe I can show her this.
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
That was not it. Okay. Can I ask her about Mr. Barnes?
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such
Oh, are they falling for each other? Okay, but that put a red check mark on it. Interesting. Okay. Can I ask her about the cactus?
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Oh, so it wasn't there? Okay. So maybe these red X's or red check marks aren't bad. It's a fantasy story. That's pretty cool, Madman. Very cool. How's that been going? Okay. Can I ask about the dead flowers?
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
Okay. I got 5 evidence updated.
Have a look at my flowers. They will not bite unless you touch their thorns.
Okay, so should I go back and try to get Barnes? You can tell I don't drink alcohol often. I drank 3/4 of a Mike's Hard Lemonade last night. Went to bed with the worst headache. Oh, dang. I'm going good. Thanks for asking. The characters are finally ready to head off to their adventure, on their adventure after a few chapters, because it's kind of similar to how the modern Jumanji went, where the characters get sucked into a video game, except it's an RPG. Oh, interesting. I like that. I like that. Will Barnes have anything else to say now that I've talked to his beau across the street? I wonder.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh, maybe I have to connect some stuff. Why is Barnes acting so strangely? Okay. Mr. Barnes is involved in the scheme. Okay, we got a... Okay, so we have a yellow, a green, and a blue. The roses for sale? Oh, two of them are together. Okay, cactus and cracked pot. Mrs. Fleming on Barnes. Okay, yellow one. Dead flowers on display? Nailed it. Mr. Barnes is in love with Mrs. Fleming. Aha. I'm looking at the boats for sale just in case. You have less of a tolerance than me, and I only drink once every 3 months. They even include, like when they get XP and money, I'll include lines and how they say how much they've gotten when they level up and parts where they explain different parts of the game. I like that. To be fair, it could have been the onset of a migraine anyway, but I'm blaming it on the alcohol. There's a part where I gave an explanation on the rarity levels of each weapon ranging from basic to legendary. Awesome. I installed the BTTV extension on Chrome. Do I need to do anything else or is it good to go? I have zero knowledge of technology. There are settings that you can change. So usually you can get to those. If you click on the extension, it should tell you how to use it. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Mrs. Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into his shop and give him watering advice, or it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalog on his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes, a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog presents these cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the Strand outside 221B Baker Street. Now to hear the full story. Okay, so the cactus was harmless. Gotta be, right? It landed on the paper. He didn't mean for that to happen. He's embarrassed by his love. Okay, hang on a second. How do I pin this?
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Yep, you sure
Not
have.
despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Barnes, listen, I know you love the lady across the street, but open up.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
Just yelled all that through the door. That's where Kek Woo come from. Yeah, exactly. All the PP emotes or whatever that frog is called. Pepe. A little bit hard to accurately determine how long each chapter will be because I've been writing on this on Google Docs mobile where it doesn't split the parts into pages. It's more like one long page. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yep.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive.
Gosh,
Your
Holmes, give him a
clumsiness carrying
break.
The post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
Gosh, Holmes, give him a break. Hey, Lady of the Wood, welcome in. I've not played the Council, but I've had that bookmarked on my wish list on GOG for a long time. Have you played it? This man looks like Strauss from RDR2. He does, actually. Yeah, PP. Right? PP. It's very good. I need to replay it, to be honest. I really wanted to. So it's similar to like a Telltale game, isn't it? Where it's mostly like dialogue choice and maybe, I don't know. I guess some of the games have QTEs, but this game is, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot of clicking as well. But like it's more of a mystery game, like putting the puzzles together and whatnot. Just, I like it a lot. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good to have you here. Still need to play Pineapple on Pizza. That was you that was telling me about that, right, Peachy? I know what to do.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do
Tell
have
her
slight
you're a
tendency to
bandit, huh?
overthink things. Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller.
Amazing.
I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
Speaking of
So you ought to be
overthinking
familiar
things.
with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Man. When does Holmes get to be a little bit more personable? It's a bit detective-y and there are puzzles to sort and your choices change the outcome. Gotcha. Okay. I need to check it out. Yeah, and it might actually be on a pretty big sale on it pretty recently. I don't know if it's still on sale, but looking at the BTTV settings, it looks like there should be working on Twitch, so we'll see. I'll try closing Chrome and see if that changed anything. Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
All right.
let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what, tomorrow's edition of The Strand is on me.
I could not possibly imagine making this guy pay for my newspaper just because he fell in love with a woman across the street. Come on. Come on, Holmes. We're better than this. It has a bunch of history cleverly wrapped into the story. Ooh, that does sound like my kind of game. There was a reason I bookmarked it, for sure. It looked very interesting.
I'm sure Barnes has had enough of our meddling, Mr. Holmes. We best be off.
All right, agreed. What's the next mystery now?
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be...
Thanks so much, Lady of the Wood, for the follow. Cheers.
Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty
Cheers
for
to you.
deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Agreed.
Which brings us back to my news from
I think he needs a
earlier.
Snickers.
I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared.
Wait
I
a
said I
minute.
knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
All right,
Oh,
there we go.
Good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Oh, I know where his house is. I already found it. It's comfy here? I'm glad you think so. It's good to have you. You just realize the game audio gets quiet when your alerts go off, or am I just crazy? Nope, that is in fact a thing. You must be really good at streaming. Appreciate that, Red Madman. I am the audio master of stream. Indeed. Indeed. Quite cozy, quite right about that. Quite. I love the use of quite while we're playing Sherlock Holmes. Love it. All right. Oliver's Barbershop, first class cuts. Quite indeed. And Watson keeps telling me I need to walk this way, but I kind of want to talk with Mrs. Fleming and see if they've had a conversation yet.
Have a look at my flowers.
Nope.
They will not bite unless you touch their thorns.
The two of them are going to be making out. I'm sorry, snogging in no time. Oh, gas lamps. Oh, this looks like a place where Peachy and you DJ would shop. What better place to do your gas lighting than gas lamps? What's going on, Slothy? Quite right. Dang it, Spooky. I was going to say that next. Quite. The use was quite intentional. Slothy, did you have a good weekend? How the heck are you doing? All right, the mansion is right over here. I'd love to take DJ on a date there. Right. Right. All right. What other places? Let's see. So this is Stenwick's Manor. There's a whole like row of buildings over here, but what is this? Is that my like last investigated scene, I'm guessing? Nothing else is really standing out too much on this map. Ooh. Oh, Q is like... Oh, I was trying to hit W and I accidentally hit Q. Okay. Says not to look a gift horse in the mouth. You can zoom in quite far with this.
Not much further.
You
now.
have news? Yeah, can we hear it? Quite quiet. Quite quiet. Oh, this is open now. On to the second case. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be the official first case. I think the first one was a bit of a tutorial. Got a call from my grandfather asking me to help him in his garden, so I got to head out. All good, all good. It was great to chat with you this morning, the Red Madman. I hope we'll catch you back in here sometime soon. Oh, explaining to the coppers, huh?
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion.
Am I able to
Captain
pause?
Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective.
I can't
told
pause.
about.
You resigned from your
At last,
job?
a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
That's what I want to know
Sergeant
too,
Ruffles.
Peachy.
And it's my
Quit?
superiors who made this decision, sir.
All right. It's a good thing. Okay, someone finally quit. Now we can put quit question mark and you can answer yes. Tutorial would make sense. Yeah. They gotta try to help set the tone on like a low stakes case. What I'm doing shouldn't take too long, so hopefully be able to come back before you finish today. I do not have too much more time. I got about at most 20 minutes, but yeah. Someone finally quit. Someone finally took Wes's advice. Good for you, Slothy. Yeah. Instead of quit, it'll be Slothy. Following Slothy's lead. So what's next? I should definitely be able to show up for the next stream then. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Seriously, great chatting with you, Madman. If you're happy, we're happy. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Why won't you investigate?
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Is he speaking
Of
into a
course,
microphone?
Here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right.
Quite right.
Fire away.
The chops on that fellow? Right, quite, indeed. I've been working here over 2 years, and it was just so soul-sucking, yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Good on you for getting out from underneath that, and hopefully you find something much, much better. Gonna be in your chase for a VIP badge like I recently completed. Let's see. Describe.
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from
Maori.
New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as
Wait a minute. Is this the thing I read in the paper?
Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn.
The bodyguard
but I
thing?
made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must
No,
be
that was
found.
Swedish, right? That person was Swedish. But this is another like really large person going missing, like somebody that you would imagine is not being abducted.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
When did he vanish?
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Kept getting told off for not doing things, but it was all things I was told not to do, which is an interesting position to be in, to say the least. Yeah, no kidding. Proud of you, Slothy. I've had too many jobs like that, but you're going to feel a huge weight lift off your shoulders once you're finally free. I have like 2 weeks here before I'm done. Done, but already feel so much better. Really proud of you getting out of my last job, opened up so much energy and brought some joy back to things. Wherever you land next, they're going to be more than lucky to have you. Literally already feel better. Felt pretty dang good all weekend. I actually slept for 8 hours, like it's already better. There you go. I'll tell you, my worst job was Walmart. When I say it changed my entire personality and outlook on life, I mean it in the worst way. Luckily, I gained some of my positivity back after I left there. I have a few little part-time things lined up. Have some friends that want to help with stream-related things to get some extra money. Crazy that jobs do that to you. That's terrible. It is, right? I will say, I feel very fortunate. I've worked in jobs that I don't like. Like, I certainly don't like, and I didn't like how they made me feel, but I've always felt fortunate in that they were very, very temporary. He always makes me cry with his compliments. Oh gosh. Well, I hope that there's not too much of a gap for you in between, Slothy, unless that's what you want. But yeah, good for you. I hope you're able to use this time to do what you want. You know. Why would he run away?
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Yeah, you know what? That does sound like everything a man could want. All the cabbage you can eat.
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
All right. Captain Stenwick's testimony. So our new investigation scene. I'm curious. Does it update on the map? No. Oh, no. Okay, it's a green mark. This one is black, which means there's probably still some stuff to figure out. Cabbage, you say? Quite right. Knew this was never going to be a forever job, but I wish it lasted a little longer because the benefits were amazing, but the benefits just weren't benefiting enough, for sure. Yeah, there's a certain point, you know? I mean, they could throw tons of money at you, and that's not going to make you happy, you know? Cabbage, interesting. Signed up to do user testing to make some extra money last week. Got approved and started yesterday. I swear I have to be glued to the computer to find one that I qualify for. Just finished only the second one I've been able to do since yesterday. User testing? Well, like what kind of stuff are you testing out, Calco? Sometimes those benefits come in a bundle with unbenefits. True. All right, so his shack. He lived in a shack, which already sounds, man, like top tier. What a great person this guy was working for. Didn't have his own room in the house because he probably wasn't deemed worthy of that. Oh, there's a headless statue and a very cracked walkway. This is fancy. Also, from what I'm told, this rain is very canonical because it rains like 367 days out of the year in London. That's what I've heard, at least. What's this? Is that blood?
Chewing tobacco.
Is that blood there? Chewing tobacco remains? I think I had heard something before that chewing tobacco used to have like tiny shards of glass in it to get the tobacco into your bloodstream faster. What is that? Footprint?
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
Size 11? Okay, first of all, they don't use those sizes. No, they do. Okay, 11 though. How large is that in US size? It's very similar, I thought. What is this? I thought this was like the biggest man you've ever seen. And he wears a size 11. That seems unlikely. I just told Mr. Peachy that, Slothy, it's not about the money or the benefits. It's all in how the job makes you feel. If you're so unhappy in a job, nothing makes it worth it. True. Very true. Extremely true. I guess that's just my sense there. Okay. How can I look up higher? There are like some scratchings on this. I don't know if it matters. I'm really not sure what it wants me to see here. Because that looks like something, but can't actually inspect that. Is it something over here? I don't want to miss a clue, especially when this area is like very small. Looking at websites and giving my feedback is all I've done. Oh, okay, gotcha. Pretty cool though. User testing is so important. Hope you can find more. Definitely. Getting like literally yelled at. Wait a minute. I was like, nah, I'm out of here. Nothing will bring me back from that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, sometimes the bridge gets burned, you know? And if you feel like you've done everything you can... Knee print? Oh, that's weird. I had to zoom in with it on cue.
Suggests they were waiting a while.
Okay.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Okay. With enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past. Press Q to see imagination nodes. Interact with nodes to begin, then recreate an accurate version of events. Okay. Okay. Interact with them. Okay, kneeling down. I don't know what the heck's going on. Charles! I love these Sherlock Holmes games. Glad to see it on my 26th month anniversary. Charles, cheers to you. Thanks so much for the 26th month. Cheers. These games are a lot of fun. There's a lot to figure out. How to bounce too, like it's never that serious and people should never be like that at work. Right. Just wish I wasn't immediately disqualified from doing like 99% of the test. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Holmes, I feel like you're not Holmes. Watson, you're in the way. I need you to GTFO, please. Oh, I had to actually click, right? Maybe? Nonder, what's up, Nonder? Can I get a pause up in here? My friend, I've been waiting to see if I might be able to do this in person. Everybody, sing it with me now. Happy birthday to Nonder! Happy birthday, dear Nonder! Happy birthday! Nonder, it's your birthday? It is Nonder's birthday today. Slothy Peaches. Happy birthday, dear friend. I almost put dear. Thanks, Spooky. All right. Oh, goodness. Well, how was it? How was the stream today, Nonder? Did we get a shout out for you up in here? If not, I'm putting that in there just in case. That would have been hilarious. Were you building your Lego Vader? Were you doing that? Long story, real short. I was told to do something that required another person. I went to the person to ask for things. They never responded after multiple weeks of contact attempts. Boss was mad that thing never got done. And then I found out that my boss, literally told the other person to not help me. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Raid. K, how are you doing, K Dizzle? Watson can GTFO from you and get in my bed. What? What in the world? It was good. Built a Lego keyboard. The misses. Oh, nice. Very cool. I've heard of those. Now I have a Lego keyboard for the Lego desk. How is it? Did you finish it? Shoot, now I'm running out of time myself. Let me see if I can rebuild this real quick and then I have to find something else. Okay. E? Oh, that was Q. Okay. So if I hit E... Oh, okay. I got it. It's not in this area. It's going to be in some other area. So he was hiding here. Okay. I think. I think is what we're getting at. Yeah, I think I'll have to find another place where he was at. Interact with nodes to begin, then recreate an accurate version of events. Maybe not. That's not gone away yet. How do I interact with it, though? I've already clicked it, actually. Okay, so I think it's fine. I think I have to... Maybe I'm finding another spot nearby. Maybe I was on the right track to begin with. Can't play Sherlock games. It breaks my immersion when Sherlock's too dumb to figure out the puzzles. Right? Oh, here we go. Parallel tracks, wheels.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
Ooh, I got 2 wardrobe items? Really now? Okay. Okay, and this is his shack. I need to pin some evidence. Okay. I don't know how far back this is going to take me, but I think I do need to... Oh, we can save right here. Perfect. All right. Friends, let's head to the tavern. I know we just got raided by Nonder, but we will forward the raid to somebody. But I do have a meeting coming up soon. I have actually like 3 meetings today, so I got to be on top of it today. Friends, let us head to the tavern. A Lego keyboard and desk sounds so cool, right? Post and Loot's Discord, Nonders? Sit in my office and said, bruh, out loud. They set you up to fail? Hope they fold like a chair when you leave. WTF, right? You're using it right now? That's awesome. Layout's a bit smaller than I'm used to, but it sounds so cool. I'm getting Detroit Become Human vibes from this part. How can we get Marcus safely to where he needs to get? Can't play, all right. Investigate the footprints and the blood. I already looked at that stuff. I don't know what it was. I was hoping for Sherlock Gnomes, but this is okay. Did you say plant some evidence? Wait, plant evidence? It is 10 already. Raid train. We're going to try to find somebody. Thanks for hanging out today, Ursa. Been absolutely brutal meeting this whole time that I'm a fly on the wall for, and woof, happy Monday. Oh, I hate that. Hope you have a great day as well, Lady of the Wood. Thanks for joining us indeed. Tell us what the meeting's about, Spooky. We need commentary. Calling you lady sounds moderately aggressive. You gotta say milady. Everyone calls me lady or Venus. There you go, Venus. Venus works, let's call her Venus. Great stream today. Thanks so much for hanging out, Crystal. I cannot. Too serious, too doxing. Love you, Lady Iron. Venus reminds me of Sailor Moon. All right, friends, let me give out some thank yous. We're going to find a raid target in here, too. Well, Lady Iron, there you are. Cheers. Thank you so much, Crumble Kitty, for the gold coins. Follows from Lady of the Wood, Puff Dabby, Brian Brett 94, The Red Madman 510, Pullman T16, The Red Madman 510, gifted by Chaotic, Crumble Kitty 420, Charles Cheeseton III for the resubs.
Hello there.
Nonder with the raid and the birthday. Bookpunk, Coleman, Iron, Phil, Peachy, and Spooky over on Ko-fi. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me today. Hello there, Von Diva the Rebel. I know you're ending. Hope you have a good day. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Here's to you. Cheers. Hope you have a good day, Rebel. Are you related to the Lady of the Lake? Can you get me a sword from her? Right? Lady of the Lake would be great if you were. Ladies of the Wood, I do not think you would be so interested in, Kay, but I could be wrong. Listen, I'm not gonna judge anybody. Hide swords? No, I'm afraid she's all out. Goodness. All right, friends, let me pull up a raid target. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. This game is fun. I really enjoyed some Sherlock Holmes today. I think we'll probably continue with it the rest of the week. I was going to play some Hotel Renovator, but I think that's going to come next week. Let's find somebody here. Oh, now this is interesting. Okay. I think I found somebody to raid. Let me make sure that he's going to be online for a little bit, or at least not dropping out real quick. Okay. I think he'll be on for at least a little bit. Okay. He's in his variety era. I am, it turns out. All right. I actually don't know how to pronounce this person's name, but we met way back when playing some Valheim. So we're gonna raid Fuku. I think it's Fuku Moime, I think is how you say it. But we're gonna raid this guy. He's I believe he's Australian. And he's not been on for quite some time. Playing some Age of Empires 4, which I've actually been kind of interested in seeing how this game is doing since release. So, is it Dwayne The Rock Johnson of Black Adam fame? So yeah, let's go say hi to Fuku. Friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Love me some Australian accents. He's a good dude. I have not seen him online in quite some time. So, and his stream title just simply says, "I'm back, baby." So, I think he's probably taken quite a while off. So it might be good to welcome him back to the Twitchosphere. Friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Sherlock Holmes. Until then, as always, take care of yourself and others. I'll see you soon. Bye. And join the raid.